This will be similar to what you end up getting in the process of making it now. So the only addition, you're going to have an auxiliary gear to do. Okay? And this one doesn't have an auxiliary. If you want to test or try to do the auxiliary, this little incline here in the front, just got cut through it. It's probably a good one to test your auxiliary skills. Beyond that, it's just going to be a block where you create the front view, the top view, and the side view. Whether it be right view, right side or left side, depends on which direction you see the front view. Okay? For the most part. This thing in the middle here, just make it a 5x5 square cut through the middle. Do not taper it. I will get back, and a taper is going down to a smaller hole. Okay? We don't want that. That will cause you all kinds of issues. Just make it a nice square hole through here and be done. Okay? For the most part, start off, you will end up getting some coordinates in your midterm that I expect you to follow. 0, 0 is going to be your starting point for the front view. And it will be, even if it's a rounded corner like this, you take a line straight down and a line across here, 0, 0 is going to be back here in the corner. Alright? If it was square. So start at 0, 0. I will get you coordinates for the lower left right side corner, and I will get you for the left front top corner. Put your front view, your top view, or front view, top view, and side view at those coordinates starting, and everything will be fine. Okay? Do this for a couple reasons. A, TAs get a DWG block they can superimpose over the top of it. Or, if need be, I don't think we'll have enough time to PDF it. Okay? It used to be in years past, I'd have you just send a PDF in. And Bluebeam, if you are practicing with it, will actually compare two PDFs. So you can see what you did wrong and what's wrong and what's right. It was an experiment in trying to figure out if we could grade these things quicker, and it failed. So now it just ended up circling the whole thing, which doesn't mean anything. So now I give them a DWG block, and they can put it over the top of it and see where your lines are missing and where you have extra lines. Okay? Pretty straightforward. All right. So starting this thing, it's 21 inches long, it's 12 inches tall, and it's 11 inches deep. All right? I would start there in all the views. And I'm not going to get through most of this. The things I do want to hit are the engineering C and layout space. Make sure you have a good understanding of layout space, because most companies utilize it. It is AutoCAD is declining in use, but still, you should have the ability to get into a file and manipulate it a little bit. One of the things is printing. That's done in layout space. Okay? So we're going to get through that. So 21, 12, and 11. I don't have a AutoCAD, so we'll do a box here. And 21, 12. There's the front view. Okay? Here at 11, 12. There's the side view, and I'm just going to move it off to the side here real quick. And top view. I would suggest either starting, doing this similar. All right, so you at least get going on this thing. The largest problem I see when you first get this initial midterm is like, well, how do I start? Well, there, you started. That's all, I used to not say a word during the midterm, and then I got to the point where, I was a horrible test taker when I was here, still am. I suck at it, okay? But it's that starting thing, getting yourself going, all right? And this is just some block that you're trying to figure out how to see the front view and the top view and the side view, improve your visualization, right? And that's all you're wanting. It's just a start here. I know this whole end is round on this end, right? I mean, I could explode all of these guys real quick and offset this thing 6 inches. And then draw a circle here. If I would have gotten, let's see, midterm, quadrant, and perpendicular is good. All right. So I can draw my circle in there and then trim some of this stuff out. Sort of right off the bat, just get rid of it. And at least we're started. Making it look like the object, okay? That's the big key, is getting things that you know will be correct on. Even though I didn't look at it over here, you know, I remember that it's circular on this end, okay? And then we start working with things. We got 12 inches. Now, anytime you're looking at this, okay, you'll notice there's some dotted lines here. The dotted lines represent either an edge or center of something, okay? And if it's normally the center, I will put a center line in here. This one I forgot, basically, okay? But this represents the center of that circle, at least that point. You'll notice that this edge here goes to the center of that. The hole cut through there is at that point as well, all right? So we get some dimensions from this accordingly. Now, as we're looking at this, if you're going to do the front view, do the things that you can figure out. That's what I always tell everybody, okay? Well, we've gotten a 8 by 8 platform, so I know it's 8 inches by 8 inches, okay? At least that part is. So if I get over to this point, which is 8 inches away from the center back here, which happens to be along that line, it's sort of missing now, okay? I can just do a straight drop 8 inches and then go down to 12 inches here and get at least the start of the front view, all right? And then you can work your way from that to get to other things. So I'm going to go 8 over, 8 down, and then 4 over to get to this point. Well, if you wanted to, there's the end point. If you really want to figure it out, just draw a line, 8 comma 0, 0 comma negative 8, drops you down, okay? Which gives me 4 and 4, right? At least the rest of the way should be 4. But it was 12 units over, so I could go at 4 and comma negative 4. Yeah, that'll get me down to that point there. All right? Get you the start of it anyway. So there's at least the start of the front view. Other things that we can figure out, well, this point starts here and then goes to 3 inches higher. Gives me the front part of that component there. This just comes straight across and over. All right, and then we can get this hole cut through here. It is a 2 by 3, looking straight at it, 2 inches down. So 2s and 3s, okay? Good. On 1. Line up at 0 comma 3 and head to that point. Okay? Get the hole at 2 comma 3. There it is. You can offset this thing down to, was it 2? It was. And then take this and move it here to here. And trim out some of that stuff. So at least we have a lot going on with the front view that you can figure out really quickly. Okay? Other things you can get, probably that octagon centered on horizontal center line. So if I take a line from the center out, in other words, basically it's 3 units in, use a octagon here. Okay? Anything else in here that we can deal with? Not right offhand. I mean, we could, but it's a lot easier to draw it in the other view and project it back into your front view when you're all done. Okay? So we'll look at the octagon here real quick. And it was around, circumscribed. Okay. So if we do a line here, center to here, and then there's my octagon. Come up, get the polygon tool, number of sides 8, midpoint here, circumscribed 1, there you go. Got it all done. Alright, so front view is pretty much done. Now, we can take a lot of this stuff up. If you want, do different lines, projections, okay? At least you'll know they are projections then, and not, you know, real object lines that you have to deal with. And then go back when you're done, all right? I like a lot of projection lines. I don't like to do many of them or all of them all at once because it causes it to get cluttered up there, all right? And trying to figure out what looks and goes where. Well, if I want to do this rounded in, I know that 4.5 and 1.5 in, I've got a slot here. So I can take that straight across there. So at 4.5 and 1.5. And if you didn't know, if you hit enter, once you're done with the command, it does that command over again. I mean, it could do it over and over and over again. Like the line tool, you have to hit enter when you're done, okay? But for the offset, when you are done, you hit enter, and you want to get back in to do a different